Hello, I'm Glenn Parker with the North Shore Streamkeepers. We're pretty proud of what has happened, or what's starting to happen on the Lynn Estuary here. We worked over the last couple of years with the Port of Vancouver to get this area from the ocean up to Main Street, or the train bridge behind me, classified as conservation area, and it was reclassified from port operations. And now that it's classified as a conservation area, we can think about how we should restore this area to maximize its benefits for nature. The reason an estuary is so important is when fish are either moving in or out of the salt water to the fresh water, or vice versa, it takes time for their biology to change. When they're in the ocean, they have to excrete salt, and when they're in the fresh water, they have to retain salt, and their biological systems have to change, and they need some time to do that. So an estuary is a place where the water slows down and the fish have a time to adapt to the environment that they're in or going to. So what we've done here on this particular site is we raised some funds from some of the industry that's around us, and the port and other interested parties. And we've commissioned a company. We've asked them to prepare a vision and conceptual plan for restoring this estuary. And our guidance was, don't worry about how much it costs or how long it's going to take. Do what's best. Do what we can do that will maximize the environmental benefit of this area that we've got designated as conservation area. And that report's due to come out in the fall of 2021, and then we will start talking to people about how do we execute that vision and conceptual plan. The estuary here that you see, there's been piecemeal work done on it over the years. You'll see behind me and around me some large woody debris that's been put in to try and slow the current down, and it has helped. The streamkeepers have put a small rock reef at the mouth here near the ocean. That again slows down the current, provides cover for the fish so that they don't get predated on so much. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's basically seals and birds. And we've been also doing work farther upstream. There's been off-channel habitat that we're trying to restore. There's some other tributaries that are trying to, having had work done on them. But the estuary is, it's unique because it's almost a kilometer-long piece of river here, and it's now a conservation area, and we have the chance to do something really good, and that's what we're trying to do. Something else that's unique about urban estuaries that are impacted by industry all around, Vancouver Harbour is going to continue to operate as a harbour. And when you have an estuary like this, you have to make sure you have good neighbours beside you, and that your development somehow integrates with their operations so that this area can be sustained both for the environment and industry. An example of that would be, you see a new grain terminal has been put in over here. They've got what we call idle land in just behind the bushes. And they're saying, well, we don't need that for our operations. Perhaps we can plant that in native vegetation and perhaps even expand beyond the conservation area, and they'll allow us to use some of their industrial land for the environment. Anyway, as some people say, you know, it's a game changer to have the land moved from port operations to conservation area. And there's not very many places in Vancouver that happens. And wherever it does, groups like the Streamkeepers and other interested parties need to get in there and play the role that we can play to enhance this opportunity.